Hello, my name is Nat Weeks, and I'm from Colorado. But today we're finishing up about 7 days here at the Atlantis in Nassau in the Bahamas because we were able to help so many people look great, as well as feel great and live well. And so Manatech has brought about 1,300 of us down here, and it's been a wonderful time. But if you have some issues with your appearance, we'd like to help you. We have a line of skincare which is really phenomenal. There's a fellow named Haru who developed wellness water, and the story's on another video, but basically he was so impressed that he was hoping Manatech would be interested as well, and so he uh, aligned himself with some research at the University of Idaho, knowing that we would want research from an American institution, although he lived in Japan. And they were able to prove that chickens live longer and cows give more milk drinking this wellness water. And when you spray a mist over the crop of potatoes that come in, because you go from 0 to tons and tons of potatoes, well, fortunately they have a good shelf life, but you lose about 15% of mold and fungus and that sort of thing. That it was bacterial static. No mold or fungus would grow on the potatoes. Well, when he shared this interesting information with our founder, Sam Castor, he sat bolt upright because we were working at that time on a line of skincare. And the big problem there was a preservative, because mold and fungus and all that stuff loves to grow in all these jars that you're putting on. And so legally you have to have a preservative, but they're harmful. And most companies, Arbonne and Clinique and Nu Skin and IDN and Avon and Mary Kay, they all use this whole family of parabens. And parabens now are showing up in breast tumors and things like that, and they're very harmful. And we were wondering if this wellness water, since it was bacterial static, if it would be sufficient. And it turns out to be a wonderful preservative, and it's been approved by the government agencies, nationally and internationally. And so now we can offer the outstanding line of skincare without any of these harmful preservatives. And that's made a huge difference. In honor of Haru, we opened in Japan a while ago, and it's the most competitive market on earth. And those women really care about the complexion. And there really was no competition. And again, if you aren't delighted with the improvement you see, it's a 100% money-back guarantee after 6 months. Give your skin's your biggest organ, so give it time to heal itself. But this line of skincare has no preservatives in it, no added parabens, there's no need to refrigerate the stuff. It has a 3-year shelf life. It's fragrance-free, it's colorant-free, it's non-comedogenic, which means it doesn't cause acne. It's been allergy tested and ophthalmologist tested. It's suitable for all skin types, all ages, and all genders. Your first application, you increase hydration by 80%. And after 8 weeks, you have a 100% increase in skin moisture, 70% increase in radiance, 31% increase in skin tone, and 21% increase in firmness. That's just after the first 8 weeks. You have a 96% decrease in roughness of your skin and a 32% decrease in lines and wrinkles. So I suppose that means if you triple it, and instead of 8 weeks, talk in terms of 24 weeks, maybe you'll have a 100% decrease in lines and wrinkles. I want to keep my smiley lines because I've earned them, but but this is just a magnificent line of skincare, and there's no other company in the world that can make these claims and back them up scientifically. I'm talking about a cleansing oil and a cleansing cream. I mix the two together, and it takes everything off my face to expose my pores so I can address them in a healthy manner. It has a skin lotion and a skin serum, an eye cream and a skin cream, and aftershave milk. And you will love this stuff. And I'm just speaking guy to guy. The women already love it. They just think this is amazing. And it sure beats mineral oil as a foundation, because that clogs the pores. I mean, this is water. It goes on so light, and it's so good what it does to your skin. Now, sometimes the appearance issue has to do with our weight, and there are those of us who would like to have less fat. I want to remind you the difference between fat loss and weight loss. Weight loss programs don't generally work, and you get the yo-yo effect, and they can be very harmful, because generally 50% of the weight you lose in a weight loss program is stuff you don't want to lose. If you lose 40 pounds, 20 pounds might be fat, but the other 20 pounds would be water, and you don't want to dehydrate yourself. It could be bone density, and you don't want to cause brittle bones, and it could be lean muscle, and you don't want to cannibalize your heart. You just want to burn fat. And so we don't measure in terms of the scales. We aren't looking for a decrease in pounds, because lean muscle, which is what burns fat, lean muscle weighs more than fat by volume. And so we're looking for inches. If we can help you drop 8 dress sizes, which has happened to one of our close friends, or 5-6 notches on your belt, but you're firm and you're toned nicely, that's what we're looking for. And so we do offer this fat loss program. What happens with the weight loss program, you start losing weight, and then your body panics because it thinks it's dying. So then it plateaus and starts filling up fat cells to store what it can. You give up in discouragement because you can't keep going nutritionally, and so you give up, and the weight comes back on. Now, this new weight, is it more fat or is it lean muscle? Well, unfortunately, generally it's more fat, and now the ratio of fat to lean is worse than what it had been initially. And that's what makes it harder and harder each time you try to lose weight, to lose fat, because it's like a yo-yo, and then it's less and less. And so you just want to burn fat. We have a fat loss program that only targets fat. It changes your metabolism from anabolic to catabolic. In other words, you burn fat. Usually you burn sugars, and the sugars you don't burn are stored as fat as stored energy. But what if, instead of burning the sugars, you could also be burning some of the fat that's stored, and losing inches and inches and inches. And so there's a product called Oso-Lean. How'd you like to be Oso-Lean? And this is a 3rd-generation peptide technology, and it actually, in a sense, it chews up the fat. And all the scientific research indicates that you lose 3 times more fat with this program than with any other program. The program involves a product called Accelerator 3, and Accelerator revs up your metabolism like the accelerator revs up the engine of your car, and you're going to be burning more calories. FiberSlim makes sure you don't consume more calories. You know how healthy fiber is for your body, and FiberSlim gives you all that stuff, the essential oils and the fatty acids and the fibers, so that you don't pig out. You have that feeling of fullness, so it's easier to cut back maybe 500 calories a day. And if you can walk a little bit more, get a little exercise, of course that matters, and stay with a glycemic index diet. All the foods you eat have been tested as to how quickly they break down in your body and get into our bloodstream as sugars, because it's sugars that provides the energy that runs the cells that keep you alive. And so sugars are essential, but we get much too much here in the United States, and it really taxes our system. And so we don't want to eat more than necessary. We want to burn as much as we can. And then they have a meal replacement to substitute for dinner from time to time called the GlycoSlim drinks, the shakes. And there's a vanilla shake and there's a chocolate shake, and they are really tasty. And nutritionally, they're a complete meal replacement. So you're tied in with the low glycemic index foods. The higher the glycemic index, the faster it turns into sugar, and it overwhelms the system and causes all sorts of problems. Low glycemic is where you want to focus, and that still permits you to eat a lot of really good stuff. And then, so in terms of your skin, in terms of your weight, your inches, Manitech offers what no other company offers in both areas, both arenas, and you will be absolutely delighted with them. I should mention that we also have some incredible supplements for people that aren't feeling as well as they would like, or feel great and just don't want to not stay healthy and stay well. And they impact on the cardiovascular system, the immunological system, communication between the cells, muscle stores, and joint pain, and your endocrine system and hormones, and wonderful replacements for things that are more dangerous and more toxic. So we do offer that for people that not only want to look great, they want to feel great. And then there's a referral program where you can live well, because you can end up sending people to whoever introduced you to Mannatech, and they will put them on your team, and you don't have to deal with it at all. But eventually you'll get to the point where you may end up getting all these products you're taking paid for. The fat loss program and the skin care. It'd be wonderful if it all ended up being free, because your bonus checks for referring people who had the same needs as you paid for it. So I welcome you to Mannatech. Get back to whoever introduced you to these incredible products, and we'll be seeing you.